writing a book on leadership, 70% of the leadership stories I write are from tribal chieftains who never went to Harvard Business School, but possibly are greater than the teachers who are teaching there. The leadership they have lived for their community. Some of the stories are on my blog. If you're interested, you can read them. Extraordinary men and women with extraordinary wisdom. The only qualification they had is they went to a university called life. And they lived it every day. That is education. That is human capital. Recognizing that, putting them all together, learning from them is a social capital we need to create. We need to include their wisdom into mainstream society too. We think wisdom is only there in our colleges. It is there on the streets. It is there in the street vendor. It is there in the child which is begging but does not even know it. We need to do all that. And the last reason why inclusive capitalism will work is because it brings in intergenerational equity. Your son will obviously go to a good school. Your daughter will obviously go to a great college. He will obviously get scholarship. But what about the poor tribal? If his son can also get the same facilities, generation after generation, where we are all able to build a society which includes everybody. Inclusion is not charity. Inclusion is creating equal opportunity. That's all. And how I use the equal opportunity is a personal choice. I decide not to be a professor at Cornell or Harvard all the time. It's my choice. I decide to live in a forest. It's my choice. I decide to be poor, it is my choice. I deserve to travel third class, it is my choice. I decide to go by business class, it is my choice. That's all completely choice. But the freedom to choose is what I have. And that inclusivity is giving this freedom of choice to every young Indian today. If you can give that freedom of choice, we'll create a great world, a much better world. And that is the world we all have to aspire for. I can keep talking on this. I've actually run out of time much earlier itself, 20 minutes ago. So I'd like to stop here with saying, my young friends, what India needs is you. It's not just because the Prime Minister says the demographic dividend is important. Look at it. You are the future because we have no choice. 78% of Indians are less than 40 years today. 58% of Indians are less than 20, people of your age. Just remember, 58% are less than your age. And if each one of you decides to be that great human capital, to rebuild that socio-cultural DNA called Bharatiyate, even that's also celebrating. What a great country we'll have. We'll be able to build an India where hunger and poverty is a thing of the past, where equality is a norm and the way of life, where mutual respect and dignity, irrespective of where you are born, how you are born, what religion you subscribe to, is immaterial. A country where every Indian can be proud to say, I'll care for the world and not just for my neighbor. That is the India we need to build. That is the India we need to dream about and live for. Thank you so much, my young friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughts on creativity, perseverance, capability, joy, mindfulness, and inclusion. Your message truly persuades us to look within ourselves, to look for the lost Indian in us, and most importantly, not to lose sight of the society around us. We ensure you, sir, that in spite of not being a dropout, TAPMians will make a mark in the society. I am confident that they will see more life than a 4.4 GPA. I now request Dr. Shantaram to please felicitate Dr. Balasubramaniam with a memento as a token of our appreciation and gratitude. Thank you very much, sir. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of today's ceremony, but not before we have extended our gratitude to a team who's been working together for this success. On behalf of Team TAPMI, I extend our sincere thanks to our guest, Dr. Balasubramaniam. for gracing this occasion with his presence. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable time and wisdom. Sincere thanks to our trustee, Dr. Shantaram, for being with us today. Thank you, sir, for your constant guidance and support. Heartfelt thanks to our director, Dr. R.C. Natarajan, who is a torchbearer and has been instrumental in emulating leadership at TAPMI. Thanks to the team of faculty members and staff of TAPMI for their contribution always. A special word of mention to Mr. Nayak and Mr. Anant Pai and his facilities team for their relentless efforts in handling all the back-end responsibilities for this event. We thank the SyndicateBank for lending us their premises. We really appreciate your support. Thanks to the dignitaries, members of the press, and distinguished officials of the Manipal University present here. Your gracious presence is truly appreciated. Thank you, students, for being a wonderful audience, and for all the efforts that your team has turned in, failing which this day would have not been a success. Stay blessed, always. I now request Professor Natarajan to kindly escort the guests off the dais. This is Professor Seena Biju signing off. Have a lovely evening. God bless you.